It's Tuesday morning, about 10:30 a.m. West Coast time. Donald Trump is still a convicted felon. 34 felonies on his record. He's an adjudicated rapist. He still owes the state of New York about $600 million for a decade's worth of fraud between he and his sons in the Trump organization. He still owes E. Jean Carroll almost $90 million. The list goes on and on and on. It's being reported now that he's going to create like rapid response teams with U.S. military personnel to respond to civil unrest, to protests anywhere in the United States. He had the power to do that during his first term. He didn't give a shit about a massive protest, civil unrest, and insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th, 2021. He didn't deploy anybody on that day because those were his people. And he's going to turn the United States military against Americans who go out into the streets and protest against him. He is desperate for blood in the streets. He campaigned as a no new wars president. He has absolutely no appetite for using the United States military overseas. He is absolutely desperate to use the United States military against American citizens on U.S. soil. And we are heading into a new phase. And, you know, I've just kind of started thinking about this morning because the protests that I've been to this year here in San Francisco and the Bay Area have had literally zero law enforcement presence. I think largely because they were predominantly white people. That's about to change. That's about to change dramatically. And I'm going to give some more thought to this, and I will do more videos about this. But I think it's realistic at this point for people that are out protesting that we need to be prepared to get arrested and prosecuted if we're going to be out in the streets protesting. I'm still going to be out in the streets protesting. And that's a very unpleasant thought because it's not going to be like getting picked up, you know, by some rogue cops during the summer of 2020 during the BLM protests. You're going to be confronted with members of the United States military. How those guys are going to react, I have no idea. But we have an attorney general who wanted to send people to Secot prison in El Salvador for vandalizing Teslas. And Donald Trump, when he was meeting with the president of El Salvador, President Bukele, said that there was plenty of room in that prison for homegrowns, U.S. citizens who disagree with him. We are entering a new and much, much more dangerous phase of things. This is what Donald Trump has always wanted to do. It was only a question of when. And it's going to start with arresting black teenagers in Washington, D.C., and it's going to spread across the country, and he is going to deploy the military across the country in total violation of the law. He hasn't invoked the Insurrection Act yet. He has no basis to. He's going to fucking do it anyway, because who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop him? You know, but we're hitting a point now where it's like standing up against this guy publicly is going to carry with it a significant risk of getting arrested and prosecuted. And we need to start thinking about that and planning for that, because that's our new reality.
So he is trying to say that people should get ready to be persecuted and arrested because, like, if you come out on that particular day to protest, like, you might be persecuted and you might get arrested at the event of it. Like, this is literally what they want you guys from the outset. People saw this coming. People knew it was going to happen like this, and that was the reason why they tried as much as possible. Yeah, but a lot of you did not listen. A lot of you ignore all the red signs. People saw it, but they ignored them, and right now they are now beginning to find out. Well, guys, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch. So you watch the remaining clip of this video and let me know what you think about them in the comment section.
So I guess I'm homeless. This is homeless in America. I mean, that's what my comment sections are calling me, outside of a lot of other derogatory things, and hoping that, you know, I'll get back onto the hamster wheel of being in a life that I can't afford, that is killing me. I guess that's what y'all all want me to do. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna do this. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know. I know that the life I was living brought me no joy, and I basically could barely survive paying someone else's mortgage and helping somebody else get rich. And now I'm by myself out here, and I don't know. Call it whatever you want. I'm gonna label it peace. That's what I'm gonna label it.
A huge advocate for, they call it women's rights, but I'm for the most part fairly pro-choice. I will be honest, the older that I get, the less pro-choice I become, but I do understand that in today's age, we don't live in an idyllic world. Okay, we don't live in an idyllic world. In an ideal world, yes, we would never need to do abortions, because yes, people would abstain from sex. So that's the one thing I'm kind of wishy-washy on. But same-sex marriage is something that I will not sway my opinion on. Okay, and I only say this because I'm getting, I don't want to say torn in the comments. I've been canceled a lot on this, on TikTok. And I don't care when I get canceled when it comes to liberals. I don't care when people spread lies. I don't like to call it misinformation because it's lies. I don't care when people who are on the left spread lies about me, because that's all they do is they lie. But when I have people in my own party who are spreading lies about me,
I am going to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video to let everyone know that now that my rights are up for debate yet again with the Supreme Court, I already warned every single motherfucker out there that once my rights were going to be up for fucking debate, I was not going to be nice to anybody, including the people that were trying to watch the leopards eat their face while trying to defend my right to get married. So I hope you guys are ready in for this one, so buckle up, Buttercup, because here we go. Oh, so you're semi-pro-choice and you're very much all about the gay rights, but you voted for Donald Trump, who handed the keys to Project 2025 to pave the way for my rights to be fucking stripped away from me. This is just like saying I love animals, but I have investments in fur farms. Like, could we fucking really talk about this for a minute? And I'm not even trying to be fucking rude to you here, because I actually do understand that you're standing on your platform and you're using it to protect my rights as a gay man, even though I'm a raging liberal, because your entire video not only tries to own the libs while simultaneously pandering to your Donald Trump audience, but it's absolutely truly fucking pathetic that you, as a fucking influencer and a content creator, couldn't take the fucking minute or time to literally read Project 2025 to understand that your vote is going against exactly what you said your core is down to. Oh, and before you stitch my video or try to comment, any of you fucking idiots out there to try to comment that this is all Kim Davis's fault and not Donnie Trump's fault and he has nothing to do with this. Number one, he fucking is mentioned in Project 2025 127 times. And number two, who are the people that are backing Kim Davis and giving her legal advice in order to go to the Supreme Court 10 years later after this incident happened? It's the Heritage Foundation, you cucks, who is also the fucking writers of Project 2025. And for someone to stand on here and say the liberals love to lie so much, you can't even fucking do research into that, can you? You can't own the libs in a video where you're simultaneously trying to defend my rights while literally helping put this regime in its place, and then suddenly saying in this video that Donald Trump does great things, and that's what I'm using my platform for. Project 2025 was never a rumor. It was never a fucking rumor. It was a goddamn playbook designed to strip my rights away as a fucking gay man and your rights away as a woman. But instead of you actually doing that research and time, effort, and energy, you spent your time taking Fox News talking points to own the libs to make fucking content, to become a content creator. That's exactly what you did, girl. So when you're playing both sides here, you're not being some sort of free thinker. You spent years on your platform building it up, giving people PR to the same motherfucking people that are now going to burn the LGBTQIA flag and call it fucking restoring family values. You don't get to claim allyship here while propping up the very power structure that literally is stripping my rights away as a gay man and trying to continuously own the libs in this video. That's not brave. That's you being complicit in glitter, girl. Oh, and I'm so glad that the leopards are finally eating your face, because maybe then you'll fucking realize the exact damage that you fucking did to me and my community and you in your own bodily autonomy rights. I hope this helps.
So Donald Trump lost over $1 billion today. How did he do that? I mean, he's a legendary failed businessman. He's gone bankrupt 6 times, including casinos, where the house always wins, unless it's run by Donald Trump. But today was a relatively normal one for him because he put his company on the stock market, and obviously it's going to crash, and it began to crash today. And at its height, it was $79 for the stock price. It's now down to $48, but today alone, it lost about 21% of its value, which is the equivalent over $1 billion of Donald Trump's stake alone, let alone the entire company. But remember, it's doesn't make any money. It made about $4 million in revenue last year, and the reason it went down so much today is because they found out it lost $58 million last year and has almost no chance of making that money. The Guardian is reporting that we might use a nuke on Iran. What? Why would we do that? Because they say if we don't, the Iranians might develop a...
MAGA has a new worst nightmare, and his name is Gavin Newsom. California's governor, Gavin Newsom, is coming after Trump in a big way. Trump is currently trying to find 5 new congressional seats in Texas by pressuring Texas to cheat and rig their midterm elections by redrawing Texas's voting maps well ahead of the 2030 census when redistricting normally occurs. So what is Gavin Newsom of California doing in response? Well, he has a plan in motion to redistrict California and find up to 9 Democratic seats. That would not only offset what's happening in Texas, but it would add 4 Democratic seats as a profit as well. And because of what Newsom is doing, other states are likely to follow suit. Even New York, maybe even Illinois. Other Democratic states are possibly going to counter what's happening in Texas, all thanks to bold leadership from Governor Newsom. And yesterday he spoke and absolutely eviscerated Donald Trump. This is how Democrats need to meet the moment. They need to call it like it is. This is a fascist administration that we're dealing with. They are not playing business as usual, and the Democrats can't be playing by the rules of yesteryear. They have to play ball, and they have to fight fire with fire. Thank you, Governor Newsom, for everything that you're doing right now.
So they did it. They finally cut Medicaid. I'm an emergency medicine doctor, and this is something that the Republicans have been talking about for decades. They finally got to it. 16 million people predicted to be kicked off health insurance over the upcoming years. 55,000 yearly preventable deaths because of this. Stores are already crowded. They're about to get much more crowded. If you have no health insurance, the only place you can get care is an emergency department. So lots of people are going to show up to. From the ERs, we also discharge quite frequently to nursing homes and skilled nursing facilities, most of which are covered by Medicaid. And so now that 1 in 4 nursing homes are going to close, we're not going to have any place for those patients to go to. They're going to be in hospitals longer, and once again, hospitals are going to be more crowded. This is really bad. I wish there was a way to sugarcoat it, but this is really bad.
So currently, people are going homeless day by day. Yeah, people can no longer afford to pay their rent, not even owning a home. So, and right now, the Trump administration has also make it illegal that people will no longer be staying outside. Yeah, it is not uh legal for you to be sleeping outside. And oh my god, like guys, like I'm just so surprised because some of these people do not even have what it takes to rent a house. They do not even have money. Where are they going to get the money to rent a house from? Especially now that the Trump administration has make it illegal that nobody should sleep outside. Oh my god, like I really feel so sorry. Like I was watching this particular video, was it this morning, when I saw a lot of homeless people, like they were throwing off their things, and oh my god, that was really so emotional. And some of these people are not even healthy enough. They are not healthy enough. They are not emotionally strong, physically strong. At the same time, they are homeless, and at the same time, they are about to lose their shelter where they are resting their health. Nevertheless, I think Trump has another plan for them. So let's see what he's going to do for them, okay? So guys, watch the remaining clip of this video and let me know what you think about them in the comment section.
Through all of this conversation on Donald Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, there is one fact that has come out through all of this that is simply undeniable. MAGA can scream their heads off pretending it's not true, but it is. Donald Trump's relationship with Epstein was far deeper and far more intricate than previously known. That's exactly why he's not releasing the files, he's refusing to answer questions, he's running away from reporters, he's dodging questions if they actually manage to get to him. It is so weird. It's clearly a cover-up, and that's exactly why people like Michael Wolff, who's one of Donald Trump's most well-known biographers, he's someone who interviewed Epstein before he died and before he went to jail. He's been sounding the alarm on their relationship, stretching all the way back to 2019. It's exactly why people like him are speaking up right now, talking about their relationship. And he just dropped another bombshell on the Trump administration and Trump himself on his relationship with Epstein. In a new interview with the Midas Touch Network, he was recounting a conversation he had with Epstein where he urged.
I got tea. President Donald John Quavius Trump won an appeal. A federal appeals court lifted a lower court injunction that forced the U.S. to continue foreign aid payments. Well, what happened was when Donald John Quavius had said, we don't need to give our taxpayer money to these foreign countries. We need to keep that in-house to help make America great again. Well, the lower court ruled that the U.S. had to still pay these foreign countries and give them money. And a federal court said, absolutely the fuck not. So he won that one, and we're going to keep the taxpayer money, and we're going to keep making America great again. So another win for Donald John Quavius. President Trump and Putin will meet in Anchorage, Alaska for a summit. They have not met face-to-face for a summit in like 7 or 8 years. But Donald John Quavius said he want to sit across the table and look at Putin and see where he coming from, look him eye to eye. But that's what bosses do, you know what I'm saying? But y'all remember on my live last night, I said I'm still kind of shaky on the Ukrainian weapons thing. Donald Trump plays chess. And even though I didn't understand it then, I'm quite sure we're going to understand it in the future. So I'm kind of excited for this summit. DC has been rigging crime stats since 2019. Well, the Democrats have been asking citizens, who are you going to believe, us or your eyes? You should believe us because your eyes are the ones that are lying to you. And people actually believed the Democrats over their own eyes. Well, now you're going to be able to look at the stats so you can believe your eyes and the stats about the crime that was happening in D.C. Oh, he cleaning it up, child. Last thing, Texas. They're trying to redistrict, or they did redistrict. Now, quiet as it's kept, this is what I heard. I don't know how true it is. I can't find no information on it. But from what I understand, Jasmine Crockett lost her seat in Congress, and she's going to have to prove to the Republicans that she can maintain that seat so that she can be elected again. So we're going to see how that goes, but we already know those Republicans are not going to elect that woman to Congress. So either way it goes, that's everything that I got in a nutshell. I will catch y'all on the next one. God bless you. God bless Donald John Quavius. God bless America. And I will talk to y'all later.
Do you guys know that some of these people who are currently going homeless also voted for Trump? Yeah, most of these people voted for him. And right now, the reality of their votes has just unleashed. Yeah, from the onset, they want these people. The project 2025 was there to guide people. It was there to really make people to know what they are really voting for, to make people to know if they are voting against themselves or if they are voting for themselves. Yeah, but a lot of these people that actually voted never took out their time to really go through it, to really know the benefit of what they have voted for. Even when most of these people did not try to check out this project 2025. So some people who has already read and understood the project 2025 try to warn the magas, they try to educate them, they try to let them know what they were voting for, but they never listen to them. They call them the minors, some call them the uneducated people, some told them that in fact that they do not know what they are talking about. And right now their era of finding out has surfaced. Yeah, a lot of the people who voted are now beginning to regret their vote. They are now beginning to ask questions like, why did I really vote? What made me vote? How am I going to survive tomorrow, next tomorrow, in the next few weeks, in the next months? How are we going to survive? This has been the question that a lot of people have been facing, and the answer is nobody know how it's going to be. Yeah, nobody knows. So we are just praying to God Almighty to intervene. That is just it. Well, guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. You stay tuned and see you all in my next episode.